Welcome back to our Career Campus podcast, your daily dose of career tips, professional development, and job success strategies to help you grow, stand out, and achieve your career goals with confidence in today's competitive workplace. I'm your host, Chris, and today we're tackling a topic that's absolutely critical for anyone looking to land a data entry role. It's all about that first impression, that crucial document, your resume. We're going to dive into how to write an attractive and efficient data entry clerk ATS resume that attracts recruiters instantly at first glance. And to help us navigate this, I'm thrilled to welcome a true expert in career coaching and resume optimization, Zen. Zen, thank you so much for joining us on Career Campus today.
Chris, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm really passionate about helping job seekers cut through the noise, especially in a field like data entry where precision and efficiency are key, and that starts right from the resume.
Absolutely. And cutting through the noise is such a perfect way to put it, especially with Applicant Tracking Systems, or ATS, being such a gatekeeper these days. Zen, for our listeners who might not be fully familiar, can you briefly explain what an ATS is and why it's so critical for a data entry clerk's resume?
Of course, Chris. Think of an ATS as a digital bouncer at the club. It's software that companies use to scan, sort, and rank resumes before a human even sees them. For data entry clerks, this is huge because employers are often sifting through hundreds, if not thousands, of applications. An ATS is looking for specific keywords, phrases, and formatting to decide if your resume is even worth a recruiter's time. If your resume isn't optimized for the ATS, it could be a perfect fit for the job, but it might never make it past that initial digital scan.
That's a fantastic analogy, Zen. A digital bouncer. I love that. So it's not just about what you say, but how you say it and where you put it on the page for the ATS to pick up. Let's start with the efficient part of our topic. What makes a data entry clerk resume efficient for an ATS?
Exactly. Efficiency for an ATS boils down to two main things: keywords and simple formatting. For keywords, you need to literally mirror the language used in the job description. If the job description says proficient in Microsoft Excel, don't just put Excel skills. Use proficient in Microsoft Excel. Think about all the core responsibilities: data integrity, accurate data entry, record keeping, database management, 10-key proficiency, attention to detail. These are the buzzwords the ATS is programmed to find. Sprinkle them naturally throughout your summary, skills section, and experience descriptions.
So it's not about being clever or unique with your language, but about being direct and matching the employer's terminology. That makes a lot of sense. And what about formatting? I hear a lot of people go for really visually appealing, graphic-heavy resumes, but that can sometimes backfire with an ATS, right?
You hit the nail on the head, Chris. While those fancy infographic-style resumes might look great to a human eye, an ATS often struggles to parse them. They can mangle the layout, misinterpret text and graphics, or even completely miss entire sections. For data entry, stick to a clean, simple chronological format. Use standard headings like summary, experience, skills, and education. Avoid text boxes, tables, images, or custom fonts. A simple, easy-to-read font like Calibri or Arial, size 1012, is perfect. The goal is readability for a machine, not visual flair.
That's such crucial advice, especially when you think about how many people might unknowingly be sabotaging their chances. So once it gets past the ATS, then it needs to be attractive to the human recruiter. What makes a data entry clerk resume stand out instantly to a human at first glance?
Okay, so once you've passed the bouncer, now it's about charming the recruiter. The first thing they look at is your professional summary. This isn't just a brief paragraph, it's your elevator pitch. For a data entry clerk, this means highlighting your key strengths immediately. Think highly accurate and efficient data entry clerk with X years of experience, consistently exceeding targets for speed and data integrity. Right away, you're telling them you're fast, you're accurate, and you have experience. Quantify everything you can.
Quantify everything. That's a powerful point. How can a data entry clerk, whose work might seem repetitive, quantify their achievements effectively?
It's easier than you might think, Chris, and it makes a huge difference. Instead of perform data entry tasks, say process an average of 150 data entries per hour with 99.8% accuracy, or manage a database of over 10,000 client records, reducing errors by 15% through meticulous verification. Even successfully completed data migration projects for X number of clients, or maintain confidentiality of sensitive information in compliance with specific regulations if applicable. Numbers are powerful because they demonstrate impact and competence. They tell a recruiter not just what you did, but how well you did it.
That shifts the perspective entirely, from just a task list to a record of achievements. I can see how that would instantly grab a recruiter's attention. Beyond the summary and quantified achievements, what other sections are vital for a data entry clerk's resume to be attractive?
The skills section is absolutely critical. Don't just list computer skills. Be specific. Typing speed, 70 WPM with 100% accuracy, proficient in Microsoft Office Suite Excel, Word, Outlook, access experience with CRM software, IDPU, Salesforce, Zoho, data verification, document management, attention to detail, organizational skills, time management. For data entry, these aren't soft skills. They're hard skills. You can also include any experience with specific industry software or systems that are relevant. And always proofread meticulously. A data entry clerk's job is all about accuracy, so a typo on their resume is a huge red flag.
That's a really good point about typos. It's like showing a chef a burnt dish at an interview, right? It just screams, I'm not paying attention to detail. Zen, we've covered a lot of ground on what to include. What are some common pitfalls that data entry applicants make on their resumes that make them unattractive or inefficient?
Beyond the formatting issues we discussed, a big one is using a generic one-size-fits-all resume for every application. Each job description is unique, and tailoring your resume to each one by swapping in relevant keywords and highlighting specific experiences is non-negotiable. Another pitfall is focusing too much on duties and not enough on accomplishments. Responsible for doesn't tell a recruiter much. Achieved X by doing Y does. Also, some people list irrelevant experience or skills. Keep it focused. If you're applying for data entry, your weekend barista job from 5 years ago might not need a detailed breakdown, unless you can connect it to transferable skills like handling transactions quickly and accurately.
So customization is key, and it's about being strategic with your past experience. How much time should someone realistically spend tailoring their resume for each application?
Great question, Chris. It doesn't have to be hours. Once you have a strong master resume, tailoring might only take 15 to 30 minutes per application. It's about swapping out bullet points, rephrasing your summary slightly, or adjusting your skills section to align perfectly with that specific job's requirements. It's a small investment of time that yields huge returns in terms of getting noticed.
That's a very manageable time frame, and it definitely sounds worth it. Now, you mentioned at the top about helping people create these kinds of resumes. For our listeners who are feeling a bit overwhelmed by all these details, do you have any resources that could help them put this advice into action?
I absolutely do, Chris. I've actually put together a meticulously crafted, editable data entry clerk resume template that incorporates all these ATS-friendly features and recruiter-attracting elements we've discussed today. It's designed to be clean, keyword-rich, and ready for customization. The best part is, this isn't just theoretical. This template has genuinely helped over 100 applicants land data entry clerk jobs. It's a proven framework.
Wow, over 100 successful job placements with that template? That's incredible validation, Zen. Where can our listeners go to get their hands on this invaluable resource?
You can find it right in our show notes for this episode, or simply visit the Career Campus website. We'll have a direct link there for you to download the editable template. It's a fantastic starting point, taking the guesswork out of optimizing your resume for both the ATS and the human eye.
That's fantastic. So for everyone listening, if you're serious about landing that data entry clerk role, make sure you head over to our website, check out the show notes, and download Zen's proven resume template. It sounds like it could be the game changer you're looking for. Zen, this has been an incredibly insightful discussion. You've broken down a complex topic into actionable steps, and I know our listeners will truly appreciate it.
My pleasure, Chris. I hope it empowers job seekers to approach their resume writing with confidence and a clear strategy. Remember, your resume is your professional story, so make it a compelling one.
Absolutely. Make it compelling, make it ATS friendly, and make it attractive. A huge thank you again to our guest Zen for sharing her expertise with us today. And to all our listeners, thank you for tuning into the Career Campus podcast. We hope this episode has equipped you with the tools you need to take the next step in your data entry career. Don't forget to grab that template. We'll catch you next time right here on Career Campus.